thank you both for coming this afternoon and for your evidence. I suppose that the question I would have is just to really summarise some of the evidence you've given this afternoon, and specifically on the one ask that you will both have of the government, the big change that you'd like the government to take with urgency. So if I can go to Professor Macklin and then to Ms Hughes.
The big change, the inflection point, is to roll out the risk-based mapping and modelling across Wales, ready to be done. And actually, Gerald, touching on your question in terms of testing, what we've been able to do, and Leeds is an urban environment. What we haven't really done yet, although there was evidence in the 1970s from the Aberystwyth area, what we were able to do is to indicate rural communities, floodplain agricultural areas where testing should be targeted. So rather than doing it in a slightly abstract form, we could actually say, because obviously not many people live on mine, very few, but in terms of the catchments, the channels, the floodplains that are affected, because these, the contaminations attenuate, decrease downstream. Higher concentrations towards the mine, they gradually decrease. So you can actually map where these communities are, and then you can target testing on it. So Ben, to answer your question, as I mentioned to the chair, for the cost of cleaning up one of the poster child mines like Cymysbeth, Ffrangog or the equivalent, cost of doing that, we could actually roll out this technology. It'd be the first time in the UK. We'd have a world lead in this. And I think the other point I would stress, and I think we've all sort of touched on it, is joining things up. And I would be more than happy to help you to join up the regulators, MOW, the coal authorities. We haven't talked about industry. Industry are very keen to help to work with us on this, and I can help with that. To work with the local authorities to educate them, not in a patronising way, but what needs to be done. And just to sort of end on, really help the local communities. And when and Laura was there, I think actually you did you do it accidentally? You turned up the day that we were doing the test of fate. It was fate. The testing we were doing in this particular village, and it was quite stressful because I know some of these people quite well. It's a real problem, and actually in some instances to actually say no, it's not an issue. We can get round it. It was reassuring. So it's it's from very high level stuff to what we're talking about perhaps here, down to individuals, and perhaps down to individual eggs. But I'll leave that for Laura.
I think we're running out of time, yeah. And I think I would say testing people, which I've already made my case for. I think, but more broadly, it's just test soil, test water, test food, test people. Make it part of a home survey. Make testing a regular thing, not something that retired professors have to do in their free time. Make it proper systematic testing. If I, as a journalist, can find all these case studies from driving around in my car at the weekend and knocking on people's door, what would proper systems actually find?
So test really, so that we know the full extent of the problem.
Yeah. If you don't know it, you can't. If you don't know what you're dealing with, you can't deal with it, and there's no reason to deal with it.